Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to our pitch event number 45th. We are so happy be able to bring so many founders with us. We bring 3, 4, 5 founders per time, and we're already doing pitch for Asia, which is getting a lot of traction, even Africa. We do our pitch event Impact for Africa. Even then, although EquityMatch is a very young company, we only have 24 months. So we are startup ourselves as well. That's why we're all founders, as we are founders, startup founders as well. And but we've been already capable to bring so many founders live pitching. It's come to pitch with us is very simple. You just go on our website and click apply to pitch. It's free. You don't need to pay anything. We don't charge founders to come into pitch, and we don't even charge if you get money out of it, of course, if you get funded. Now, today we have three very great founders coming from Israel, US, and Spain. Then Carlos and Álvaro. Thank you so much to all of you to be with us today. And let me start with Carlos. Carlos Tapang, founder and CEO of Rockstable Token, INC, Bellevue, Washington, USA, fintech, seed around 1 million in USD. First of all, thank you so much for coming, Carlos. How's it going?
Thank you. Yeah, it's great.
Thank you. Thank you very much for coming. So, if you want to start giving an introduction to yourself, and after we can move to the pitch, okay?
Yeah, I'm a software engineer, and my company Rockstable Token allows users to send money to other countries. Right now, from the U.S., we have a pilot program going from 4 states in the U.S. to a single country, the Philippines. I myself have been in this situation where I send money to the Philippines from 2009 to 2013. I was sending monthly to my wife, who was in the Philippines then, and my wife and 2 kids basically lived on the money that I sent from the U.S. So I've been in this where I'm using a remittance company to send money back home to support my family. And our business right now is for that purpose. It's to help, save a little money when sending money back home, and to make it more convenient and safe. This is actually going on right now. Crypto savvy people are already using stable coins to send money to the Philippines. And in fact, worldwide, not just the Philippines. I have Michael Nadu of the DeFi report say that there are already around $7 trillion in 2022 that was transferred, which is double the MasterCard and Amex totals combined. And here's the reason why, and I quote, "Dollars are like gold to folks around the world. The ability to receive and send digital dollars over an open payment network via self-custody wallets is a powerful tool for people in countries with high inflation, capital controls, or corrupt governments." So the problem we're trying to solve is that although it's desirable to receive US dollars, most people receive the money in local currency. And there are 3 reasons for this. 3 reasons why it is impractical to receive US dollars in other countries. The number 1 reason is that most remittance companies, fiat remittance companies, encourage or incentivize the sender to send it in local currency, because then they could earn money on the exchange rate. They will charge no fees. They charge no fees, they said, but they charge you a lot for converting from US dollars to the local currency. The number 2 reason is that, like I mentioned, it is not safe to be carrying US dollar bills around. You can also put it in your bank, the dollar, but not too many people have dollar accounts in their banks. And the third reason is that if you receive it in US dollars, like my wife did, she always wanted to receive US dollars, she would have to pick it up from a pawn shop, the US dollar bills, and then take those dollar bills to money changers in another place in the city. So it's very dangerous and very inconvenient. Our solution is that instead of receiving dollars straight, the recipient is going to receive a dollar equivalent, our stable coin called ROX. So the sender is still sending US dollars, right? They pay in US dollars. And behind the scenes, we convert that to ROX. And ROX is sent to the wallet in the recipient's smartphone. Now, in the recipient's smartphone, and there are 65 million people who have this, they have another wallet for the local currency. It's called GCash. From their wallet, our wallet, they tap the cash out button, and just that simple act converts the ROX into pesos, and it gets deposited into their GCash wallet. So it's that simple. Now, this market is huge, of course. The money transmittance business all over the world amounts to like more than $600 billion today, maybe already $1 trillion. These are 2020 numbers during the pandemic. And to the Philippines, from all countries, there is $35 billion that came in 2020. Today, that's $39 billion. From the US alone, it's $15.6 billion, which means that every month there is $1.3 billion going into the Philippines from the US. We cover half of that because one of the states we service, California, has lots of Filipinos living in that state. And so our monthly recurring revenue, after all the calculations, if we get 1%, only 1% of that $1.3 billion, or half of that is 650, half of 650 million is about if we can get 1% of that and then 1% of fees, our monthly recurring revenue is $65,000. That's how large the market size is. By June, we expect to have about 1,000 users. And by the end of this year, 2,000 users. And we're able to do this because of digital marketing. Like I mentioned, we have a pilot program. The pilot program is from 4 states in the US to a single country, the Philippines. And our users are mostly Filipinos in 4 states. And the pilot program is based on our money transmitter license from the state of Washington and our ROX stablecoin. We will expand the pilot program to increase the number of licensed states and grow the number of users up to 32,000 by 2024. This number of users is $10,000 more than we need to transfer $6.5 million a month in this corridor, which is 65,000 monthly recurring revenue. As for our competition, of course, we have the largest remittance companies on the fiat side, but we have several advantages over them. In our system, the recipient gets a USD equivalent stablecoin by default, whereas in traditional remittance, the receiver has to ask to receive US dollars. Our ROX wallet has a cash out button that makes conversion so easy, convenient, and safe. And like I said, sending US dollars is already going on. And for that, with regards to our crypto remittance competition, we have a couple of advantages. We bend over backwards to make cash out as simple and as easy as possible. Our cash out feature is also very convenient. If you were to send USDC, the number two stablecoin, to the Philippines, the receiver has to open an account with a licensed exchange and sell the USDC there. In our system, the receiver does not have to transfer our stablecoin rocks to a local exchange. All the user has to do is to tap the cash out button in the rocks wallet. There are many members of the team, but I'm only going to mention the three of us. Myself, Patrick Viernes are both alumni of Microsoft, and Brian Cabansay has a master's degree in software engineering from Cebu, Philippines. We are all, as you can see, we are all software oriented. Now, with regards to our revenue streams, first and foremost, we are a stablecoin company. But in phase one, we are mainly a remittance company, and we earn by remittance fees. In phase two, we sort of changed our business model from being a remittance company to being a stablecoin company, and we will earn on the float of the rocks, which is backed by USDC, the number two stablecoin. There are advantages to using USDC. First, it is also another cryptocurrency. It's another stablecoin, and so we can use it in DeFi. That's why in phase three, it will be sort of simple for us to, again, change our business from being a stablecoin company to being a money issuer company. And the money, ROC, is going to be issued by DeFi. It will not be issued by humans or like us. And so there will be no central control of the stablecoin. And we have a need for $1 million. We're going to use 30% of this for engineering, 30% for marketing and money transmitter license applications, and 40% for the rest. And that's my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carlos. So let me start with adoption. What is needed for the receiver to adopt your payment system? Because in the end of the day, you are creating a payment system.
Yes. So in the beginning, the recipient is not even going to bother about rocks, right? Because they're going to use the wallet, and they're going to immediately exchange rocks. They're going to tap that exchange button because what they need is the local currency. And what that does is do two things. Number one, they will trust rocks because they know they can exchange it for the local currency anytime. And number two, they will be the user, our users, the number of users for rocks will increase. And as the number of users increase, the users' rocks increase, then we can tell investors that we have so many users of rocks in other countries, and those are everyday users. They are not going to be users that mainly use stablecoins in exchanges. We are going to be the first stablecoin company that uses rocks for everyday life.
In terms, again, of adoption, how do you make sure that you're going to market in a right way, that you have a lot of people, that makes you reaching the 6.5 million per month, if I remember, of volume?
Yeah, that's our marketing. Our monthly recurring revenue is $65,000. And that is if we are able to have about, I believe, 30,000 users. And we're going to reach
please.
that. Go ahead.
Go.
We're going to reach that 30,000 by way of digital marketing. We believe that we can convince people to install our wallet in the Philippines. And when they install our wallet, they have to give us the email of their sender from the US. We will then convince the sender in the US through emails.
Wait, are you going to stay just in the Philippines? In terms of volume, you need a lot of volume
Oh
because
yes, yes.
65,000 is very little money per
Yeah,
month.
sorry, I sort of missed the question. We will expand not just the source countries, but also the destination countries. Our source country right now is only the U.S. and the destination country in the Philippines. But the destination countries, we can focus on increasing that first from the U.S. because the U.S. is a large source of dollars. And so we will focus on uh, going to other countries. Like the number one country to go to is actually India from the US, not the Philippines. The Philippines is third. And so we would target India to be our next destination country.
BRICS are in discussion to create their coin. Brazil, India, and so on, and take the dollar away. This is what it is, right? It's politics, but it's real. So can affect you?
Well, if the dollar is not the number one currency anymore, yeah, of course it will affect us. But I think the dollar is going to be number one for a long time.
I do believe so. I mean, we are on the same page, but if it's going to happen, maybe it can have some effect, bad effect on your business model.
Yes, especially to Latin countries because rather than receive dollars, they would rather receive their own currency, local currency, right?
You're raising 1 million. I mean, in terms of investors, who is the investors persona you have in mind?
The investor we have in mind is somebody who understands stable coins because I don't think investors are going to see the business model without understanding cryptocurrencies. There may be investors who will invest without understanding fully cryptocurrencies, but as long as in their fintech, I think they will see the whole point in this. Of course,
Carlos, thank you so much for being with
okay.
us. Stay there. Don't go. We are all back soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we are moving to our second. Thank you so much. Our second founder, Dan Manu, founder of Westwall Online, Tel Aviv, of course, Israel. Technology pre-seed $500,000 in USD. First of all, thank you so much, Dan, for being with us. Stay here with us and spend your time. Pitch your idea and your great idea, and very, how can I say, original for what I can say. Now, before starting, if you want to give a short introduction to yourself, and after, please don't wait for me, just go. You
Hello,
must unmute yourself.
everybody. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello. My name is Denis. I'm originally from Ukraine, Kiev, but now I live in Israel. I'm from TV. I'm from marketing. I'm doing marketing and content creation and social media for different Web3 projects. And this startup is my passion, my side project. I'm like planning it for a few years and developing for a few months. Uh, so that's all. I can start. Thank you. It's called Westwall Online. It is a service of delivering notes to the Western Wall in Jerusalem with photo confirmation and within 24 hours. Okay. So if users want to make a wish or pray by Western Wall, but they can't come in person to Israel, we got them. We will print those notes and deliver them within 24 hours with photo confirmation. We will send confirmation to emails, and also we have like notifications, and we ask our users, did their dream came true, and we help them like to make their dreams to come true. Monetization, we charge $25 per note. If it's handwritten, it's $35. We have monthly subscription. We already have revenue. We have around $1,500 a month, and in total, it's around $5,000. With an audience of 2 billion Christians worldwide, just in 2022, we seeing our possibilities to have even one 0.1% of this market, it will be like a huge result. Also, we understand that not only religious people, Christians, will use this service because it's also uh, not only religion, but it's like a spiritual service. Because even if people don't believe in religious, they believe in Western Wall as a historical place where you can put your note, and it can be not only prayer, but it can be your dream or maybe your thoughts, and it can also be like satisfaction for people who are non-religious. Go-to-market strategy. As I am a marketing manager, so I know a lot of methods and services how we can go to market. And we are already on a fourth place in first page of Google search. If you type send a note to the Western Wall, we will be on the fourth place. So we use SEO, we will use paid advertisement in social media, Facebook, Google PPC, Instagram. We will use services of influencers. We will implement a referral system. We will try to do B2B to talk with churches, with Jews, with synagogues, and etc. around the world. What we have already, we have MVP, we have a working website, it's already works, we already send around 200 notes. We have social media, we have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. We have legal documents, it's a Ukrainian very famous company. They serve our temp of service, privacy notice, etc., etc. We have marketing strategy, we have scaling plan. After achieving some like points, we are going to scale this service to Holy Hub. It will be like a big Christian ecosystem where people can talk, read prayers, find the priests, find different churches around the world. So it will be not only delivering of notes. Also, we have big plans for Web3 implementation. We want to create a token, we want to create a DAO, and we want to mint those nodes as NFTs, because as you know, in the real world, people clear the wall from physical nodes and burn them out. So our nodes will be stored in blockchain forever for the time when blockchain will exist. And we also will have a charity marketplace. People will create cases which they want to get money, and with help of those NFTs and nodes, they will get those money to pursue these goals. Spend very few amount of money, less than 1,000. Uh, we have like 3 months of existing this service. We have more than 1,000 visitors. Those numbers are like a little bit old. We have around $3,000 in total. Um, we have a solid team of developers, managers, social media managers, content creators, PR managers, and front-end and back-end developers. Roadmap, I already told you about our plans. We are planning to become a unicorn because nobody is building applications and SaaS for religious and religion. So I plan to become the first one. We are planning to raise pre-seed round for 500,000, and we are ready to share 10% of equity with investors. And those are our plans for next rounds. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Dan. For what is your last slide? You have a very, very aggressive plan. So
Yep, thank you.
let's start from the end. How do you deliver something so strong? I mean, 1 billion valuation in 2 years' time, that's a lot.
What do you mean how we deliver?
What's the strategy to get there?
The strategy is to build this product solid and to have mouse-to-mouse viral advertisement, because when we will go to influencers, to celebrities, and etc., people will share this news and they will use the service. We know it because we made a lot of surveys and we asked people and we have checked the market and competitors, and you understand that this is a huge.
I mean, today you print and bring manually, I suppose, to
Yes.
the wall, right? Now, I'm very curious on the tokenization of the Western Wall and NFT. Can you explain a bit better?
Okay, so when you send this note with our help or with help of your friends and they put the note in the wall, what do you have? You don't have nothing. You have just memory about this action, and maybe it will came true or no, it doesn't matter for this case. But in our case, we will mint this note as NFT. You will have it on your MetaMask. You can show it in your social media. You can show to your friends after your dream come true, and this is it will store forever. So this is the case why we create NFTs. And also, if it's a present for your friend, you can mint it and send to his wallet, and he can use it. So it's open for us a lot of use cases.
I mean, you have multiple revenue streams. So where do you see the money coming from, the most of them, from the subscription or from the one-off payment and delivery?
I don't know. I think it's 50-50. People send notes when they want to talk with God, to deliver this note directly. So it's cases when they have to do it. But if it's a subscription model, they can get used to send it every month. So it's it depends from I don't know, from motivation of people.
I mean, this round, it's about 500,000.
Yeah.
But for what I can see, you're going to a very straightforward after new rounds. So how long does it last? This is 500,000. It's 12 months runaway, something even less.
Yes, we are planning to make it less. It's around 8 months or 6 months, but also we are planning to start getting profits from the first month when we will start advertisement. We already get profits, but the price of retention and converting user, it's a little bit bigger than $25. So we need to do massive campaigns. We need to do email campaigns, we need to do SEO and attract influencers.
What's your investor persona? Which is the investor you have in mind?
It would be good if it will be people who have understanding of spirituality, I think, or maybe they are religious, because this case it's not money-making machine. It's more helping people to get, I don't know, to get their dreams come true. We are not saying that the wall or Christianity is good or bad. We are just helping to deliver those notes. And if people believe in the Western wall, it will help them. So this is our case. We are like an Uber.
Thank you so much, Dan. Stay with us. Don't go. We are all back soon. So
Thank
I'm
you.
moving to our last, but of course, not the least, founder, which is founder of HechicerIA, Álvaro Sáez, co-founder and CEO. Headquarter is in Alicante, Spain. Audiovisual, video game, VR, AR, ER is the sector we are talking about now. Around for €500,000. Álvaro, first of all, thank you so much for coming today, stay with us, talk about your venture and passion. If you want to give an introduction to yourself, please go. Unmute yourself.
Sorry, thank you very much. Thank you very much to EquityMatch for this opportunity. Hello everyone, my name is Álvaro Sáez, artificial intelligence engineer and CEO and co-founder of HechicerIA, the Spanish startup that is making a revolution in production standards in the audiovisual, video game, and virtual reality sectors. Could you estimate how long it may take Pixar studios to storyboard a single scene from Toy Story? Up to 6 weeks, with teams of 10 and 20 designers to get these kinds of visualizations. Audiovisual production has experienced exponential growth in recent years, and it's due to the increasing demand that is becoming more and more complicated to carry out quality production while keeping costs at bay. Identifying this problem, actors, game developers, and artificial intelligence experts set out to create the most efficient video creation software on the market, which allows us to transform scripts into audiovisual productions automatically and in seconds. We have registered our trademark, and in the coming months, we will patent our secret sauce for creating quality animations in real time. The current moment is absolutely propitious to carry out a project like this due to the great consumption and power of digital platforms. In terms of market size, in 2022, the global audiovisual sector's total addressable market was $130 billion. Our SAM is represented by companies that rely entirely on digital technologies to carry out their productions, and we project a sum of $25 billion, with an expected growth for the next 3 years of 15%. Our current competitors are text to 2D video converters from large companies such as Google or Meta, like this example here. The man goes to the stairs. They are incipient projects in which good results are already beginning, and our main competitive advantage is given by the 3D nature of our productions, which allows us to be more flexible to manual changes in the interface. For example, here, in terms of voices, in terms of sound, in terms overall in post-production. So this is an example of our technology. We are using the same sentence as before. The man goes to the stairs, and we're gonna see the differences. We click the button and we generate the sentence with total coherence with the initial sentence and with all the whole shot movements, the shot, not just the shot, but also the environment, the character, whatever. Also, you can change in the interface color, sizes, faces, whatever. So our business model is based on a SaaS with different rates depending on the footage that the client is gonna make per month, rewarding, for example, premium versions with add-ons to use real faces, scenery, voices. You can use, for example, your own face, recording your team or yourself. So we want to reach our market through film and video game industry events such as Cinegear Expo LA or Tokyo Game Show. We are going to take advantage of the huge audience and traction that streamers and influencers have in these sectors, also generating high impact content with the image of well-known actors, such as here, Keanu Reeves. Our team has extensive experience in AI and video games, We're in contact with different entities that provide us with technological profiles and knowledge of the market to specify our solution to their needs, to validate the solution with them, and to obtain traction metrics. Partners like Hyper Accelerator, AWS Loft Accelerator, or Babson College. At the end of 2022, we have entered the market and earning 60,000 euros in revenues. And from then on, the profit will be positive until reaching 18 million euros by the end of 2026. In 2024, we're starting the international expansion process to scale the use of our tool globally with investment partners like Soteco and several grants from the Spanish government. To conclude, we are currently in an investment round of 500,000 euros to cover the development of the next versions of our software, our marketing strategy and global visibility, and the cloud structure that will allow us to put our solution on the market. This is HechicerIA, the startup that wants to change the way we shape our ideas in the world. Thank you very much for the attention. And if you have any questions, we're here to solve it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm very excited. I come from video. I mean, this my dream was becoming Marlon Brando, and not. So I'm very when I was very young, many years ago. No, I'm very close and I'm very keen to images and movies and videos. Now, in terms of adoption, in terms of who are your clients today?
Yeah, we have three main targets. The first one, they are digital content creators. They are, for example, streamers, for example, Instagrammers. It could be people that are doing content creation for YouTube, for social media. Also, the second one is the marketing companies that, for example, that are doing also social media content for other companies. That are doing advertisements, publicity. And the third one are audiovisual companies that are doing cinema, for example, short films, long films, 3D animations, for video games also. They could use this technology to reduce the most of the costs. If they, for example, have a script, they can translate the meaning of this script into, for example, a storyboard for video games, or for advertisements, or even the final results that also they can edit in the interface.
I mean, the present is pretty clear, and what you achieve is astonishing. But how far you can go?
Yes, we can. For example, we are working right now, going into different parts of the world, and validating this technology with these three targets. And at the moment, we have very good feedback from the market, and we can get, for example, this kind of, if you need, for example, you are a producer, a director in cinema, and you want to optimize the storyboard generation, we can do that. We can do that right now. We can do that with our, for example, our beta version of the software that you have in our websites. You can download it and you can use it right now to do this kind of script to storyboard translation. With this kind of round that investment round that we have right now, we will be able to achieve better results, to for sure get high quality scenes for cinema, or for final results for advertisements, as I was saying. Yeah.
I mean, in terms of scaling, you are raising $500,000 to get the second version and having probably surely a better resolution as well, better image and better translation between writing and images. Now, what's your plan to scale? I mean, today you are in Spain, but of course you are digital and your clients come from all over the world. How do you scale in terms of revenue?
Yeah, this is all about our go-to-market strategy. We are talking to different influencers, different public figures in the United States, for example, that has a very big market. And for example, India, in China, in Japan. We are working right now in this kind of countries with different contacts that we are doing in several congresses and contacts that we are doing because we are, for example, we have some contacts that they are related to other ones. For example, in Japan, that for example they meet a lot of people from Korea, a lot of people from China, because this market is so it's not small, but the connections between all the actors in these markets is so closed. So if we know, for example, 10 artificial companies in Japan or in India, we are able to connect easy with, for example, thousands of companies in Asia. In fact, for example, between Asia, China, and Korea, that are the main actors for artificial sector in Asia. Or for example, in America, if we have 10 contacts in for example, in Hollywood, we know the most of the market in the United States. And we are reaching these contacts, these connections between because we are attending these specialized events in these markets. We have also a usual activity in social media, and we have even more and more each time new contacts and new, for example, articles in newspapers here in Spain, but also in United States and in Europe. We are reaching the market and the correct connections for us by this go-to-market strategy.
We have one question from our audience. I'm very happy. I always forget. I'm very sorry. But please, everyone wants to make any questions or funded, just do it. Sometimes I just forget. There's too much. I'm myself very excited. Anytime I talk to funders, I'm like a baby. Now, Álvaro, this is a question from Enrique Matos. So if you want, you can go through it. I have a question for Álvaro Santos. Do you think that the next few years, Wizardry can be used to 2 and 3D visual reality, commercial and artistic presentation or events? Or would you only stay for video games developer or convert text into videos?
Okay. I mean, I think she means that Wizardry virtual reality, commercials and artistic. Okay, yeah, for sure. I think I think it's totally possible because if for example she wants to get commercials, to get every kind of content effect that you would use it for a 2D screen or also for a 3D environment, you can do it absolutely with our tool, because it could be the results are in MP4 in video format, but also we are working on the integration to 3D environments, to virtual reality, to for example, to augmented reality, extended reality, and also there are projects furthermore to extend this in an holographic possibilities, and to have, for example, if you have holographic projectors, the results of this kind of technologies could be projected into the physical reality. This is a so far application for sure, but yes, you can do it also for commercials, for every kind of 2D video content, and also for 3D content, because the results are rendered in a video game engine and it's all 3D. Yeah.
Thank you, Álvaro. Thank you, Erika, for your question. I hope Álvaro gave you a very good answer. I'm very sure. Álvaro,
thank you very much.
Before you leave, and after, actually you don't leave, because we're bringing all our funders back after my last. And my last is, do you have an investor in your mind that can be a very good leverage for you? Because just money at early stage cannot be enough at all. Can you hear me?
So it was for me?
Yes.
Sorry, can you repeat? I was sorry. I thought
Yeah,
that.
the investor persona in mind. Who is the investor
Okay.
that you?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. For sure. We are looking for venture capital that's that is not the usual one. We want smart money. We want connections with the market, as we were saying about. We need the best go-to-market strategy, the best entrance in the market. So we want this venture capital that is related to, for example, to audiovisual or to video games, or also maybe to virtual reality, and for example, or even a corp that is in these sectors. For example, we could say Samsung. We could say, in fact, we were in the last months, we were talking to Samsung with this kind of purposes. For example, PlayStation. It could be, for example, Universal Studios could be. So it could be a corp, and also it could be a venture capital related to these fields, because yes, we want money. Money is important for us, but we are in a point of our for our startup, for our trip in this in business, that we want to get to the market the closest possible. So yes, this is so important for us to reach, for example, United States, China, Japan, India, and if we could connect with the venture capital of these areas that has a connection with for example, with Hollywood, with Bollywood, with this kind of industries in these important geographic zones, it would be so interesting for us. Yeah.
Thank you, Álvaro. Stay, don't go. We are bringing our funders all back right now. And so let me start with, I hope Dan is still with us. But meanwhile, we are waiting for Dan. Let me start with Carlos. Carlos, first of all, you already mentioned why you're doing this, but any founders is driven by passion. So in your case, what drives you to do this effort? Because in any way, at any stage, at any age, be a startup is tough. So why are you doing this?
I think if we ask really my motivation, my deepest motivation, is that I am philosophically what is called a libertarian, and I am for the free market. And right now in the world, we have the capitalist system being the number one system that lifts all people. But the problem is we have central banks, and central banks are the only, our money system, in other words, is not capitalist. It is centrally planned. Everything about money is centrally planned. And I think cryptocurrencies, especially stable coins, are going to present a competition to that system. And if the governments allow it, then I think it will be good. But for fear, some governments do not allow it. Like, for example, China, they control cryptocurrencies now. I hope that not too many countries go that route, because I think this is a very good opportunity, basically, to change the history of the world from being a money system that's controlled centrally to a money system that's controlled privately by competing stablecoin companies.
I mean, if you want to control someone, you just need to control their pocket, right? This is what it is. There is nothing to do. If you're limited by finance, you're limited by everything. That's what matters to the government, right? But let's don't talk about politics and why we never finish. Now, why investing in your startup, Carlos?
Why would people invest in my startup? It's because right now we still have to prove that this is going to be popular. And so people who invest now are going to have a very good opportunity while our valuation is low. Once we prove that this will work in the market, of course, our valuation will go up. And at that point, I think, it may be not advantageous for investors to invest at that point.
Thank you so much, Carlos. I really appreciate your time, your knowledge, experience as well, and be with us today and pitching your great idea. Now we have some problem with Dan. That's the good and bad of going live, and connection sometimes can let down wherever we are. So let me go back to you, Álvaro. Meanwhile, we are waiting for Dan. I hope Dan will get back soon. Otherwise, we need to close without him. Álvaro, first of all, what is your motivation?
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure that 21st century is for our visual for these artificial technologies. As I was saying, cinema, video games, virtual reality. Video games is not maybe in the climax, but it's going to be, for example, with the combination with virtual reality. So I think these generations, these young people like me, that we born with these technologies around, and we grow with for example, with films and with all these kind of stories about cinema and about virtual reality, and we are so engaged with this evolution of the technology in these terms and the stories that we can make with this kind of technology. When I remember when Steven Spielberg made Ready Player One, and I was absolutely sure that this kind of new technology, this kind of virtual reality, of this kind of content would be the future. Not the future, is the present right now. So, but also the future, and we want to be part of it. We want to be a main actor of it. We feel all this movement, this going in this direction. So this is a motivation that is in ourselves, in the deepest way, that we could do things. For example, if I cannot imagine me doing another thing that's focusing on the most not just popular, but for me interesting technology that is today.
And why investing? Why investors should bet on you?
Yeah, this is a very important question. In fact, if we look at the whole competition that we have in the text to video technology, and not just this field in artificial intelligence, but also in the audiovisual production, this proposal is the one that is achieving the most reduction. Of course, is the one that is gonna be used for by a biggest amount of people, because of the easy way to use it, because of the kind of results that you can generate with it. So text to video, if we look at the text to video paradigm, we have few companies that I was talking about, Google, Meta, even Runway. They were releasing the results the last week. So if you look at this sector, you cannot find a commercial solution to get text to video conversion. But one, this is HechicerIA's one. You can go to HechicerIA's website and download our beta version, our demo, and make the first in history text to video translations to get, in fact, results like the one we show this afternoon. And for sure, it's a limited version because it's a beta, but in few months there's going to be unlimited, and you will be able to generate every kind of scene, and maybe in a year you can integrate it into a virtual reality. So the possibilities of a business and content that you can generate with this kind of technology is unlimited. So I think, yeah, this is the technology of the future, the sector of the present, and also of the future. So I think we have a very talented, experienced team to do that. It has been have been doing for 3 years and have achieved amazing results. So I think this is the best startup, the best company to invest in this field for sure in the world.
Thank you so much, Álvaro. Unfortunately, Dan is not back with us. Connection sometimes can be a problem, sometimes a solution. So I really want to thank Dan, first of all, because he spent some time with us today and for something very original, which is I really enjoy to see. Thank you so much, Carlos, for your idea and spending your time with us today. And thank you so much, Álvaro, as well. And thank you, of course, to Erika Matos, which is still with us and asking questions. We always love when our audience get connected with us and comments and making questions. And interaction is always good. And thank you to all our audience, with or without any form of interaction. And we are back again next week. We go live any Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And again, we are also live now for Impact for Africa and as well as pitch events for Asia. Thank you to all of you guys for what all our pitch are on our YouTube channel. If you go to our YouTube channel, EquityMatch.co, you will see all our upcoming and all the pitch events we've done today, which is our just 45. So you can see a lot of founders pitching absolutely astonishing idea. Thank you again to everyone. I'll see you soon and have a great evening, morning, or night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Max. Thank you, EquityMatch.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.